we've collected a number of different amplifiers and things, and so we've been in the mode of doing reamplification out of Pro Tools or off of tape for a long time. And we've always needed a box to kind of go through, and have used that, and it's been nice. And I've even got to the point where I've had people send me DI'd guitar tracks that we have reamplified through our various amplifiers that we have. To me, having it built right into the box that's always sitting here, anytime I want it, I can just patch right into it. Takes one step out of the process, which is actually really helpful for me. Sometimes I might have an idea in a mix and want to reamplify something, and if I don't have time, or I'm trying to go fast, or the client's there and I just got to keep moving, sometimes just the idea is enough to make me say, well, let's try something different. Let's try something with a plugin. So to be able to easily patch that gear, and it's right there, I just plug right in, ready to go, has been really great. I have gotten in the habit of actually setting up some chains before I start a mix that I can rely on as sends. So I have things already sending to the PREQ2 from Pro Tools outputs, and then dedicated to either a chain of pedals, or one of my favorites is to send vocals out to a Leslie and then remic it through the room. And one thing that's really cool on the instrument through is that it's buffered. So that I can drive a long cable all the way out to an amplifier, to the Leslie, to wherever it needs to go, without losing a bunch of high end. So I'm also not worried about the distance it takes to get from my control room through the wall and out to an amp. I know that the signal is going to retain its quality because of the buffered output. We will often record guitars. Maybe we don't quite know where the song's going, or the guitar player doesn't quite know what tone he wants, or maybe it's as simple as we don't have time to find a bunch of different tones. So we will record a direct guitar, just straight from the guitar into the PREQ2, and then at any time, whether it be in the moment or hours after the guitar player has left, I can take a 1/4 inch out of that, go all the way out to the studio, whatever length of run I really need to do, and plug it into different amplifiers, and then hit record, and it plays that track right back through the amps. And it's just as if the guitar player had played through those amps, and now I've got 8 different flavors, or however many I want to set up. And so I have options that way. In our studio, we're lucky enough to have a number of booths as well as a tracking space, but still feels like every time the bass amp is the first thing that gets kind of cut out. You have a guitar amp in one and a singer in another, and maybe acoustic guitar in another one, and pretty soon there's no room to put the bass amp. So I would say more often than not, I'm recording just a direct bass, but I really do enjoy having an amp sound as well. So I've also been taking the signal out of Pro Tools and running it back through a bass amp and miking that again, and using the PREQ2 feature of going line in and out through the instrument out to get my bass amp sounds, and not have to give up a booth for a bass amp while we're tracking.